ServiceNow CSA exam latest. Question 1. A new employee joins the Information Technology Department and needs to perform work assigned to network and hardware groups. What would you do? Option A. Create a user account and add the user to the network and hardware groups. Option B. Assign the user the Information Technology Infrastructure Library and admin roles directly. Option C. Create a new parent group that contains the network and hardware groups. Option D. Impersonate the user to check their existing group memberships. The correct answer is option A. Create a user account and add the user to the network and hardware groups. The standard procedure is to first create the user's account and then add that account to the relevant groups to grant them the necessary permissions and work assignments. Question 2. Which term best describes something that is created, has work performed upon it, and is eventually moved to a state of closed? Option A. Event. Option B. Task. Option C. Configuration item. Option D. Metric. The correct answer is option B. Task. A task is a fundamental unit of work in ServiceNow. It follows a life cycle of being created, assigned, worked on, and eventually closed, with examples including incidents, problems, and changes. Question 3. The manager plans to send the same report every month to the client via email. What can help with this? Option A. Business rule. Option B. Scheduled report. Option C. Notification. Option D. Update set. The correct answer is option B. Scheduled report. Scheduled reports is a feature in ServiceNow that allows you to automate the generation and distribution of reports on a recurring basis, such as daily, weekly, or monthly. Question 4. Which one of the following describes the primary operations performed against tables in the ServiceNow platform? Insert, update, query, remove, push, pull, commit, merge, create, read, write, delete. Option A. Open. Option B. Assign. Option C. Close. Option D. Reopen. The correct answer is option C. Close. The four primary database operations are create, read, write, and delete. These are fundamental to how data is managed in the ServiceNow platform. Question 5. While showing a customer their incident form, they ask to change the priority field title to display their internal terminology. How would you do that? Right-click on the field and select Configure Dictionary, navigate to System User Interface. Option A, then Field Labels. Option B, and create a new record. Option C, right-click on the form header and select Configure Form Layout. Option D, right-click on the priority field and select Configure Label. The correct answer is option D. Right-click on the priority field and select Configure Label. The quickest and most direct way to change the label of a field on a form is to right-click the field's current label and select Configure Label from the context menu. Question 6. How can you combine data from two tables into a single report? Option A. Dot walking. Option B. Data source merge. Option C. Database view. Option D. Table extension. The correct answer is option C. Database view. A database view allows you to join multiple tables to create a virtual, read-only table that can be used for reporting purposes, enabling you to report on data that is stored across different tables. Question 7. How is a group defined in ServiceNow? Option A. A group is a collection of roles. Option B. A group is defined in an access control list. Option C. A group is one record stored in the group sys_user_group table. Option D. A group is a container for users within a specific department. The correct answer is option C. A group is one record stored in the group sys_user_group table. In ServiceNow, a group is fundamentally a record in the group table, whose system name is sys_user_group. Users are added as members to these group records to manage roles and work assignments. Question 8. How are workflows moved between instances? Option A. Workflows are moved using update sets. Option B. Workflows are exported to extensible markup language and imported. Option C, workflows are recreated manually in the target instance. Option D, workflows are moved using the Workflow Migrator tool. The correct answer is option A, workflows are moved using update sets. Workflows, like most configurations and customizations in ServiceNow, are captured in update sets. These sets can then be moved from a development instance to a test or production instance. Question 9. What controls the publishing and retiring process for knowledge articles? Option A, business rule. Option B, user interface policy. Option C, client script. Option D, workflow. The correct answer is option D, workflow. Workflows are used to define the approval and publishing process for knowledge articles, controlling the life cycle of an article from creation and review to publication and eventual retirement. Question 10. Which database provides a logical model of your company infrastructure by identifying, controlling, maintaining, and verifying configuration items that exist? Option A, System Dictionary. Option B, Configuration Management Database. Option C, Knowledge Base. Option D, Business Service Catalog. The correct answer is option B, Configuration Management Database. The Configuration Management Database, or CMDB, is a centralized repository that stores information about all the technical and non-technical components, known as configuration items, within an organization's information technology infrastructure. Question 11. What is shown in the image below? Option A, a Configuration Management Database map. Option B, a Data Schema map. Option C, a Configuration Item Dependency View. Option D, a Business Service Map. The correct answer is option C, a Configuration Item Dependency View. The Configuration Item Dependency View, also known as ACI map, graphically displays the configuration items that support a business service and the relationships between them. Question 12. Where can the user find notes for their incidents? Option A, in the Activity section. Option B, in the Resolution Information tab. Option C, in the Related Records section. Option D, in the Notes section. The correct answer is option D, in the Notes section. The Notes section on a form, which includes fields like additional comments and work notes, is where a user can find updates, ongoing work, and communications related to their incidents. Question 13. Which of the following protects applications by identifying and restricting access to available files and data? Option A, Access Control List. Option B, Application Scope. Option C, User Criteria. Option D, Delegated Development. The correct answer is option B, Application Scope. Application Scope prevents an application's code and data from interfering with other applications. It restricts access to an application's files and data, ensuring data integrity and security. Question 14. Which admin role is required to make changes to high security settings? Option A, Admin. Option B, Security_admin. Option C, High_security_admin. Option D, System_admin. The correct answer is option B, Security_admin. The Security_admin role is a special elevated role required to modify high security settings and access control lists, providing an extra layer of protection for critical system configurations. Question 15. Which tool should be used to populate commonly used fields in a form? Option A, Template. Option B, Record Producer. Option C, Order Guide. Option D, Data Policy. The correct answer is option A, Template. A template allows you to quickly populate fields on a form with predefined values. It simplifies and standardizes the process of creating new records, such as incidents or changes. Question 16. What are examples of core tables in the ServiceNow platform? User, Task, Incident, CMDB_CI, CMDB_rel_CI, task_slaw, Service Catalog, Knowledge. Option A, Report. Option B, Business Rule. Option C, Client Script. Option D. User interface policy. The correct answer is option A. Report. Core tables, such as user, task, and incident, are tables that exist in the base ServiceNow system and provide fundamental functionality for the platform. Question 17. What is the import set table? Option A. A target table for transformed data. Option B. A table that stores a history of all data imports. Option C. A staging area for records imported from a data source. Option D. A table that defines the relationships between source and target data. The correct answer is option C. A staging area for records imported from a data source. An import set table acts as a temporary staging area for data that has been imported into ServiceNow from an external source. The data is held here before it is transformed and moved to its final target table. Question 18. What 3 sections do you need to fill in when creating a notification? Triggering event, target audience, message style, subject, recipient list, priority level, what it will contain, when to send. Option A. Who will receive? Option B. Table. Option C. Conditions. Option D. Content. The correct answer is option C. Conditions. When creating a notification, you must configure 3 key aspects: when to send, which defines the trigger conditions; who will receive, which specifies the recipients; and what it will contain, which defines the message content. Question 19. Which tab on the knowledge base record would you use to identify the sets of users who are able to read articles in that knowledge base? Option A. Can contribute. Option B. Can read. Option C. Cannot read. Option D. Available for. The correct answer is option B. Can read. The can read related list on a knowledge base record uses user criteria records to define which users or groups of users have permission to view and read the articles within that base. Question 20. What are 3 examples of user interface actions relating to forms? Form buttons, form context menu, form links, fields, sections, related lists, views, form layouts. Option A. Form designs. Option B. Client scripts. Option C. Business rules. Option D. User interface policies. The correct answer is option A. Form designs. User interface actions add buttons, links, and context menu items to forms and lists, allowing users to perform specific actions. Common examples on forms are the Submit button, the options in the context menu, and links like Show CI Map. Question 21. What are the 3 components that make up a filter condition? Table, field, and criteria, operator, field, and value, Boolean operator, matcher. Option A, and keyword. Option B, column. Option C, condition. Option D, and input. The correct answer is option B, column. A filter condition in ServiceNow is always composed of 3 parts: a field to be evaluated, an operator like, is, or, contains, and a value to compare against. Question 22. Which of the following is used to categorize, flag, and locate records? Option A, tags. Option B, categories. Option C, choice lists. Option D, filters. The correct answer is option A, tags. Tags are user-defined labels that can be attached to records to categorize, flag, and organize them. Users can then filter lists based on these tags to easily locate records. Question 23. What do you activate when you want to add applications or functionality within your development instance? Option A, update set. Option B, application scope. Option C, plugin. Option D, scoped application. The correct answer is option C, plugin. A plugin is a software component that provides additional features and functionalities within a ServiceNow instance. Administrators can activate plugins to enable new applications or extend existing ones. Question 24. Which of the following is true of service catalog items in relation to the service catalog? Option A. They are the building blocks. Option B. They are separate from the service catalog. Option C. They are used to organize the service catalog. Option D. They are optional components. The correct answer is option A. They are the building blocks. Service catalog items are the individual goods or services that can be requested from the service catalog. They are the fundamental building blocks that make up the catalog's offerings. Question 25. Which role can manage multiple knowledge bases? Option A. Knowledge_user. Option B. Knowledge_manager. Option C. Knowledge_admin. Option D. Knowledge_editor. The correct answer is option C. Knowledge_admin. The knowledge_admin role has permissions to manage all aspects of the knowledge management application, including the ability to create and manage multiple knowledge bases. Question 26. Integration Hub enables execution of third-party application programming interfaces as a part of a flow. These integrations are referred to as what? Option A. A connection. Option B. A spoke. Option C. An integration point. Option D. An action. The correct answer is option B. A spoke. In Integration Hub, a spoke is a scoped application that contains Flow Designer content dedicated to a particular application or record type. It bundles the necessary actions for integrating with an external system. Question 27. What is the primary application used to load data into ServiceNow? Option A. Data loader. Option B. System import sets. Option C. Easy import. Option D. Table import utility. The correct answer is option B. System import sets. System import sets is the primary application used for importing data from various external sources into ServiceNow tables. It involves a staging table and transform maps to process the data. Question 28. An information technology manager is responsible for the network and hardware assignment groups. The manager cannot see any tasks on the service desk than My Group's work list. What could explain this? Option A. The manager has the information technology infrastructure library role. Option B. The manager is not a member of the network and hardware groups. Option C. The tasks are all in a closed state. Option D. The manager is not listed as the manager of the groups on the group records. The correct answer is option B. The manager is not a member of the network and hardware groups. The My Groups Work module displays tasks assigned to any group of which the logged-in user is a member. If the manager is not a member of the network and hardware groups, they will not see tasks assigned to those groups in this module. Question 29. What process allows users to create, categorize, review, approve and browse important information in a centralized location that is shared by the entire organization? Option A. Service Catalog Management. Option B. Content Management System. Option C. Document Management. Option D. Knowledge Management. The correct answer is option D. Knowledge Management. Knowledge management is the process of creating, sharing, using, and managing the knowledge and information of an organization. It provides a centralized repository for this information. Question 30. Which statement correctly describes the differences between a client script and a business rule? A client script executes on the client and a business rule executes on the server. A business rule executes on the client and a client script executes on the server. Option A. Both execute on the server. Option B. But business rules run before database actions and client scripts run after. Option C. Both execute on the client. Option D. But client scripts manage form behavior and business rules manage data validation. The correct answer is option A. Both execute on the server. The fundamental difference is their execution environment. Client scripts run in the user's web browser to manage form behavior, while business rules run on the server to enforce logic before or after data is committed to the database. Question 31. On a form header, what is the 3-bar icon called? Option A. Gear icon. Option B. Application navigator. Option C. Form context menu. Option D. Related links. The correct answer is option C. Form context menu. The icon with 3 horizontal bars, often called the hamburger icon, located on the form header, opens the form context menu, which provides options related to the record and form configuration. Question 32. How can the abbreviation CSDM be expanded? Option A, Customer Service Data Model. Option B, Common Service Definition Model. Option C, Configuration Service Data Model. Option D, Common Service Data Model. The correct answer is option D, Common Service Data Model. CSDM stands for Common Service Data Model. It is a best practice framework for configuration management, database data modeling and management in the ServiceNow platform. Question 33. What will happen if you click Filter Out on the Hardware category on the incident list? Option A. All incidents with a category other than hardware will disappear from the list. Option B. All incidents with hardware category will disappear from the list. Option C. The list will be sorted by the hardware category. Option D. The hardware category will be removed from the choice list. The correct answer is option B. All incidents with hardware category will disappear from the list. The Filter Out option adds a condition to the list filter that excludes all records matching the selected value. In this case, it would add a category is not hardware condition, hiding those incidents. Question 34. Which 3 variable types can be added to a service catalog item? String, integer, and date, multiple choice, select box, and checkbox, script, user interface macro. Option A, and formatter. Option B, reference. Option C, list collector. Option D, and lookup select box. The correct answer is option B, reference. While many variable types exist, multiple choice, select box, and checkbox are 3 common types used to present users with predefined options when ordering a catalog item. Question 35. Which one of the following statements describes the purpose of a service catalog flow? Option A. A service catalog flow is used to create and design catalog item forms. Option B. A service catalog flow is used to report on catalog item usage and metrics. Option C. A service catalog flow is used to drive complex fulfillment processes and sends notifications to defined users or groups. Option D. A service catalog flow is used to define the categories and structure of the service catalog. The correct answer is option C. A service catalog flow is used to drive complex fulfillment processes and sends notifications to defined users or groups. A service catalog flow is associated with a catalog item to orchestrate the fulfillment process, which can include generating approvals, creating tasks, and sending notifications. Question 36. The Now platform includes which 3 types of interfaces? Now Platform User Interfaces, Now Mobile Apps, Service Portals, Command Line Interface, Database Interface, Agent Workspace, Report Designer, Form Designer. Option A, Flow Designer. Option B, Classic Mobile. Option C, Service Creator. Option D, Content Management System. The correct answer is option A, Flow Designer. The Now platform provides several ways for users to interact with it, including the standard web-based user interface, native mobile applications for iOS and Android, and customizable web-based service portals. Question 37. What is a key difference between reporting and performance analytics? Reporting contains snapshots of data taken over time. Performance analytics shows only the data as it is, at the moment the report is run. Performance analytics contains snapshots of data taken over time. Reporting shows only the data as it is. Option A, at the moment the report is run. Option B, reporting is for managers and performance analytics is for frontline workers. Option C, performance analytics requires a special license. Option D, while reporting is free. The correct answer is option B. Reporting is for managers and performance analytics is for frontline workers. Reporting provides a real-time view of the current state of data. Performance analytics, on the other hand, captures daily snapshots of data, allowing you to track trends and key performance indicators over time. Question 38. Knowledge-based search results can be sorted by which three of the following: author, last modified, and category, newest, relevance, and views, rating, author. Option A, and keywords. Option B, alphabetical. Option C, date created. Option D, and popularity. The correct answer is option B, alphabetical. When searching a knowledge base, users can sort the results by newest to see the most recently published articles, by relevance based on their search terms, and by the number of views to find the most popular articles. Question 39. What is the name of the 32-character unique identifier for each record in a table? Option A, record ID. Option B, global ID. Option C, system ID. Option D, unique key. The correct answer is option C, system ID. The system ID, or sys_ID, is a 32-character globally unique ID that uniquely identifies every record and every table in a ServiceNow instance. Question 40. What ServiceNow feature allows you to include data from a secondary related table on a report? Option A, table joining. Option B, database view. Option C, schema mapping. Option D, dot walking. The correct answer is option D, dot walking. Dot walking allows you to access fields on related tables by chaining them together with dots. For example, from an incident list, you can add the callers department by selecting caller.department. Question 41. What two options are available to choose from in the when field in the business rule? Before, after, onload, onsubmit. Option A, pre-database. Option B, post-database. Option C, asynchronous. Option D, synchronous. The correct answer is option A, pre-database. The when field in a business rule determines when the rule should execute relative to a database operation. The primary options are before the operation, after the operation, async after the operation, and display before the form is shown. Question 42. Which three are valid ServiceNow user authentication methods? Single sign-on, lightweight directory access protocol, local database, OpenID, security assertion markup language, basic authentication, token-based, certificate-based. Option A, remote authentication dial-in user service. Option B, Active Directory. Option C, two-factor. Option D, and biometric. The correct answer is option A, remote authentication dial-in user service. ServiceNow supports several authentication methods, including using its own local database of user credentials, integrating with a lightweight directory access protocol or LDAP server, and configuring single sign-on or SSO with an identity provider. Question 43. What ServiceNow application programming interface will you use to retrieve the incident data in a server script? Option A, GlideForm. Option B, GlideAjax. Option C, GlideUser. Option D, GlideRecord. The correct answer is option D, GlideRecord. GlideRecord is a server-side application programming interface used to perform database operations on ServiceNow tables, such as querying, inserting, updating, and deleting records. Question 44. What do you need to do before you can use an application-based trigger in your flow? Activate the Integration Hub plugin. Option A, request the trigger from ServiceNow support. Option B, activate the application spoke. Option C, and plugins as needed. Option D, write a script to call the application's application programming interface. The correct answer is option C, and plugins as needed. To use triggers from a specific application like Slack or Microsoft Teams in your flow, you must first ensure that the corresponding application spoke and any required plugins are activated in your instance. Question 45. What information does the system dictionary contain? Option A, the definition for each table and column. Option B, the history of all changes made to the system. Option C, a list of all active users and their roles. Option D, the script includes and business rules for the platform. The correct answer is option A, the definition for each table and column. The system dictionary is a metadata table that contains definitions for every table and field in the database. It stores information about data types, character limits, default values, and other attributes. Question 46. What module in the Service Catalog application does an administrator access to begin creating a new catalog item? Option A. Maintain categories. Option B. Maintain items. Option C. Catalog definitions. Option D. Content items. The correct answer is option B. Maintain items. The Maintain Items module is the primary location within the Service Catalog application where administrators and catalog managers go to create, view, and edit catalog items, record producers, and order guides. Question 47. What is a characteristic of importing data into ServiceNow? A transform map can only be used once. Option A. An existing transform map can be used multiple times on the same import set. Option B. All data is imported directly into the target table. Option C. Bypassing the import set table. Option D. Importing data requires the admin role. The correct answer is option B. All data is imported directly into the target table. A single transform map can be reused for future imports that use the same data source and target table, which is useful for recurring data loads like a monthly user import. Question 48. Which one of the following is an accurate list of changes that are captured in an update set? Changes made to tables, forms, views, and fields. Changes made to user data, incidents, and configuration items. Changes made to scheduled jobs, home pages. Option A, and dashboards. Option B, changes made to data sources. Option C, transform maps. Option D, and import sets. The correct answer is option A, and dashboards. Update sets track configuration changes made to tables, fields, forms, views, business rules, client scripts, and other application files. They do not capture transactional data like incidents or user records. Question 49. Create incident, password reset, and report outage. What do these services in the Service Catalog have in common? Option A. They direct the user to a record producer. Option B. They are all order guides. Option C. They require manager approval. Option D. They create a request record. The correct answer is option A. They direct the user to a record producer. These are all examples of record producers. A record producer provides a user-friendly way to create a task-based record, such as an incident, from the Service Catalog. Question 50. What is a key difference between reporting and performance analytics? Reporting is for historical data, performance analytics is for real-time data. Option A, performance analytics contains snapshots of data taken over time, reporting shows only the data as it is. Option B, at the moment the report is run. Option C, reporting is available to all users, performance analytics is only for administrators. Option D, performance analytics creates charts, reporting creates lists. The correct answer is option B, at the moment the report is run. Reporting provides a real-time view of the current state of data. Performance analytics, on the other hand, captures daily snapshots of data, allowing you to track trends and key performance indicators over time. Question 51. Where can you create a flow? Option A, workflow then editor. Option B, process automation then flow designer. Option C, system definition then scripts. Option D, system applications then studio. The correct answer is option B, process automation then flow designer. Flows are created and managed within Flow Designer, which can be accessed by navigating to Process Automation then Flow Designer in the Application Navigator. Question 52. A customer wants to use a client script to validate things on a form in order to make sure the submission makes sense. What type of client script would you recommend to meet this requirement? Option A, onload open parenthesis close parenthesis. Option B, onchange open parenthesis close parenthesis. Option C, onsubmit open parenthesis close parenthesis. Option D, onsell edit open parenthesis close parenthesis. The correct answer is option C, onSubmit open parenthesis close parenthesis. An onSubmit open parenthesis close parenthesis client script runs when a form is submitted. This is the ideal type for validating form data before the record is saved to the database, as it can halt the submission if the data is invalid. Question 53. A knowledge article must be in which of the following states to be displayed to a user? Option A, draft. Option B, review. Option C, published. Option D, pending retirement. The correct answer is option C, published. Only knowledge articles in the published state are visible to users who are browsing or searching a knowledge base. Other states like draft or review are part of the authoring and approval lifecycle. Question 54. The user has asked you to set up a completely new process. What will you use? Option A, flow. Option B, workflow. Option C, business rule. Option D, user interface policy. The correct answer is option A, flow. Flow Designer is the modern, low-code solution for automating processes in ServiceNow. For a completely new process, it is the recommended tool over the legacy workflow editor. Question 55. When using the load data and transform map process, what is the mapping assist used for? Option A, automatically creating a target table based on the import data. Option B, mapping fields using a field map. Option C, validating the data in the staging table before transformation. Option D, scheduling the import to run at a later time. The correct answer is option B, mapping fields using a field map. The Mapping Assist utility in a transform map provides a visual interface to drag and drop source fields from the import set table to the target table fields, making it easier to define the field mappings. Question 56. What is the name of the conversational bot platform that provides assistance to help users obtain information, make decisions, and perform common tasks? Option A, Agent Workspace. Option B, Connect Chat. Option C, Virtual Agent. Option D, Now Assistant. The correct answer is option C, Virtual Agent. Virtual Agent is ServiceNow's conversational bot platform. It can be integrated with service portals and other messaging apps to provide automated assistance to users, such as answering questions or fulfilling requests. Question 57. Your customer requires the ability to monitor which users are performing impersonations in their instance. What would you do to meet that requirement? Option A, check the impersonation log table. Option B, activate the glide.sys.log_impersonation property. Option C, assign the impersonator role to a monitoring user. Option D, create a business rule on the user table. The correct answer is option B, activate the glide.sys.log_impersonation property. To enable logging of impersonation events, a system administrator must create and activate a system property named glide.sys.log_impersonation and set its value to true. Question 58. Which application is used primarily to load data into ServiceNow? Option A, Data Import Wizard. Option B, System Import Sets. Option C, External Data Integration. Option D, Configuration Management. The correct answer is option B, System Import Sets. System Import Sets is the primary application used for importing data from various external sources into ServiceNow tables. It uses a robust process involving import set tables, transform maps, and data sources. Question 59. What three records can be created when placing an order in the service catalog? Catalog task, SC_task, request, SC_request, requested item, SC_REQ_item, order, ord_order, shipment, shop_shipment, invoice, INV_invoice, approval, sysarrival_approver, notification, sysevent_notification. Option A, service level agreement, SLA_task. Option B, purchase order, PA_order. Option C, asset, ALM_asset. Option D, configuration item, CMDB_CI. The correct answer is option A, Service level agreement SLA_task. When a user orders an item from the service catalog, a parent request record is created, which contains one or more requested item records. The fulfillment process for each item is managed through one or more catalog task records. Question 60. What action will allow you to personalize layouts of columns in a list? Option A, click gear icon then personalize window options then select the appropriate columns. Option B, right-click a column header then select configure then list layout. Option C, click the funnel icon then define a new filter. Option D, click the list actions menu then select configure then list control. The correct answer is option A. Click gear icon then personalize window options then select the appropriate columns. Each user can personalize their own list layouts by clicking the gear icon in the top right of the banner, which opens a personalization menu allowing them to add, remove, and reorder columns. Question 61. What is a benefit of assigning work tasks to a group rather than to an individual? Option A, tasks are completed faster. Option B, it allows for load balancing and ensures that work can be picked up by any available team member. Option C, it eliminates the need for a manager. Option D, it automatically assigns the task based on skill level. The correct answer is option B. It allows for load balancing and ensures that work can be picked up by any available team member. Assigning tasks to a group provides flexibility. Any member of the group can take ownership of the task, which helps with load balancing and ensures coverage if an individual is unavailable. Question 62. Which four of the following concepts are associated with the ServiceNow Configuration Management Database? Tables and fields, the dependency view, a database, service processes, users, roles, groups, skills, incidents, problems, changes, requests. Option A, flows. Option B, workflows. Option C, approvals. Option D, notifications. The correct answer is option A, flows. The Configuration Management Database, or CMDB, is a database composed of tables and fields. It uses the dependency view to show relationships and is integral to information technology service management processes like incident and change management. Question 63. What is the name of the string that displays filter criteria? Option A, search bar. Option B, filter navigator. Option C, condition builder. Option D, breadcrumb. The correct answer is option D, breadcrumb. A breadcrumb is a navigational element that appears at the top of a list, showing the current filter conditions. Users can click on parts of the breadcrumb to edit or remove conditions. Question 64. What are the three key tables in an enterprise configuration management database? CMDB_rel_CI, CMDB_CI, CMDB, task, incident, problem, sys_user, sys_user_group. Option A, sys_user_role. Option B, sc_request. Option C, sc_req_item. Option D, sc_task. The correct answer is option A, sys_user_role. The base configuration item table is CMDB_CI, the base relationship table is CMDB_rel_CI, and the overall base table for the CMDB is CMDB. These tables form the core structure. Question 65. Which field or fields are used as a unique key during imports? Option A, sysid. Option B, coalesce fields. Option C, the key field. Option D, the display field. The correct answer is option B, coalesce fields. When a field is designated as a coalesce field, the import process will use it as a unique key. If a matching record is found in the target table, that record is updated, otherwise, a new record is created. Question 66. What type of user, or persona, has clearly defined paths and workflows in the platform and has one or more roles such as Information Technology Infrastructure Library and Approver_user? Option A, System Administrator. Option B, Process User. Option C, Fulfiller. Option D, Requester. The correct answer is option B, process user. A process user is a persona that has a specific job function within the platform. They have defined workflows and access to certain applications based on the roles they hold, like the Information Technology Infrastructure Library or ITIL role. Question 67. Which one of the following statements describes the contents of the Configuration Management Database or CMDB? Option A. The CMDB contains data about tangible and intangible business assets. Option B. The CMDB contains a history of all incidents and problems. Option C. The CMDB contains the definitions for all tables and fields in the system. Option D. The CMDB contains all active user and group records. The correct answer is option A. The CMDB contains data about tangible and intangible business assets. The Configuration Management Database, or CMDB, stores records for all configuration items, which can include both tangible assets like servers and computers, and intangible assets like software licenses and business services. Question 68. What is a formatter? Select one of the following. Option A. A formatter is used to apply custom styling to fields on a form. Option B. A formatter is a script that runs when a form is loaded. Option C. A formatter is a form element used to display information that is not a field in the record. Option D. A formatter is a tool used to configure the layout of a form. The correct answer is option C. A formatter is a form element used to display information that is not a field in the record. A formatter is a user interface element that can be added to a form to display dynamic information that isn't stored in a field on the record, such as an activity stream or a related list. Question 69. What is the purpose of a related list? Option A. To display fields from a parent table. Option B. To provide shortcuts to other applications. Option C. To present related records. Option D. To show a history of changes to the current record. The correct answer is option C, to present related records. A related list appears at the bottom of a form and displays records from another table that have a relationship with the current record. For example, the incident form might show a related list of tasks associated with it. Question 70. What protects applications by identifying and restricting access to available files and data? Option A. Access control list. Option B. User criteria. Option C. Delegated development. Option D. Application scope. The correct answer is option D. Application scope. Application scope prevents an application's code and data from interfering with other applications. It restricts access to an application's files and data, ensuring data integrity and security. Question 71. Which system property is added and set to true in order to see impersonation events in the system log? Option A. glide.sys.log_impersonation. Option B. glide.security.impersonate_logging. Option C. glide.audit.impersonate. Option D. glide.log.impersonation_events. The correct answer is option A. glide.sys.log_impersonation. To enable logging of impersonation events in the system log, an administrator must create a new system property with the name glide.sys.log_impersonation and set its value to true. Question 72. What are the three components of a filter condition? Table, field, and criteria, Boolean operator, matcher, and keyword, operator, field. Option A, and value. Option B, column. Option C, condition. Option D, and input. The correct answer is option C, condition. A filter condition in ServiceNow is always composed of three parts: a field on the table to be evaluated, an operator like, is, or, contains, and a value to compare against. Question 73. When importing spreadsheet data into ServiceNow, what is the first step in the process? Option A, create transform map. Option B, load data. Option C, run transform. Option D, define data source. The correct answer is option B, load data. The first step in the import process is to load data. This action brings the data from your source, like a spreadsheet, into a temporary staging table in ServiceNow called an import set table. Question 74. In what case will you use workflow and not flow? Option A. When a process requires approvals from multiple groups. Option B. When a process needs to trigger notifications. Option C. When a service-level agreement timer is required. Option D. When a process involves creating multiple tasks. The correct answer is option C. When a service-level agreement timer is required. While Flow Designer is the modern automation tool, the legacy workflow editor is still required for certain functionalities, such as driving the timer for a service-level agreement. Question 75. Buttons, form links, and context menu items are all examples of what type of functionality? Option A. Client scripts. Option B. User interface policies. Option C. User interface actions. Option D. Business rules. The correct answer is option C. User interface actions. User interface actions are used to add custom buttons, links, and context menu items to forms and lists, allowing users to initiate server-side code or client-side actions. Question 76. When testing a catalog item that has a manager approval flow, which three of these best practices would you follow? Make sure the requester's user record has a manager specified, make sure the latest flows are activated, impersonate the requester to ensure the form works, log in as the manager to approve, submit the request as an admin, check the email logs, check the system properties for approvals, create a test manager account. Option A. Use the workflow editor to test. Option B. Add yourself to the managers group. Option C. Run an automated test. Option D. Review the flow logic. The correct answer is option A. Use the workflow editor to test. To properly test a manager approval flow, you must ensure the test requester has a manager defined in their user profile, impersonate that requester to submit the form, and verify that the correct and most recent version of the flow is active. Question 77. What is the name of the table relationship where two or more tables are related in a bidirectional relationship, so that the related records are visible from both tables in a related list? Option A. One-to-one. Option B. One-to-many. Option C. Many-to-many. Option D. Extended. The correct answer is option C. Many-to-many. A many-to-many relationship connects two tables, where a record in one table can be related to multiple records in the other, and vice versa. This is managed through an intermediary, or joining, table. Question 78. What would not appear in the application navigator if service is typed into the filter field? Option A. Service catalog. Option B. Service portal. Option C. Incident greater than assigned to me. Option D. Service desk. The correct answer is option C. Incident greater than assigned to me. The application navigator filter matches the typed text against the names of applications and modules. Incident greater than assigned to me is a module under the incident application, so it would not be a direct match for service. Question 79. Which two features allow you to update multiple records at one time? List editor, update selected action. Form editor, bulk edit action. Option A. Record editor. Option B. Modify all action. Option C. Grid editor. Option D. Mass update action. The correct answer is option A. Record editor. The list editor allows users to edit field values directly in a list without opening each record. The Update Selected Action in a List's context menu allows you to apply the same change to all selected records at once. Question 80. Which type of tables may be extended by other tables, but are not extended from another table? Option A. Core tables. Option B. Base tables. Option C. Parent tables. Option D. Child tables. The correct answer is option B. Base tables. Base tables, like the task table, sit at the top of a table hierarchy. They can be extended by other tables to create specialized versions, but they do not extend any other table themselves. Question 81. Which of the following is used to initiate a flow? Option A, an action. Option B, a trigger. Option C, a spoke. Option D, a subflow. The correct answer is option B, a trigger. A trigger specifies the conditions under which a flow will start running. This can be based on a record being created or updated, a schedule, or an application-based event. Question 82. Which framework can automatically populate values for the priority and category fields based on the short description field value? Option A, Performance Analytics. Option B, Virtual Agent. Option C, Predictive Intelligence. Option D, Agent Assist. The correct answer is option C, Predictive Intelligence. Predictive intelligence uses machine learning algorithms to analyze past data and make predictions. It can be used to suggest values for fields like category and priority based on the text entered in the short description. Question 83. What is a dictionary override? Option A. A dictionary override sets field properties in extended tables. Option B. A dictionary override changes the data type of a field. Option C. A dictionary override defines a new field for a table. Option D. A dictionary override relabels a field for all tables. The correct answer is option A. A dictionary override sets field properties in extended tables. A dictionary override allows an administrator to change the properties of a field inherited from a parent table for a specific extended table. For example, making a field mandatory on the incident table but not on the problem table. Question 84. When a user reports that they are not able to see modules on the application navigator, what can you do to see what modules are visible to them? Option A. Check their role assignments. Option B. Ask them to send a screenshot. Option C. Impersonate the user. Option D. Check the system logs. The correct answer is option C. Impersonate the user. Impersonating a user allows an administrator to see the platform exactly as that user sees it. This is the most effective way to troubleshoot visibility and permission issues for a specific user. Question 85. What is the best practice related to using the default update set for moving customizations between instances? Option A. The default update set should be the primary set for all development. Option B. You should merge all your changes into the default update set before moving. Option C. You should not use the default update sets for moving between instances. Option D. You should rename the default update set to reflect its contents. The correct answer is option C. You should not use the default update sets for moving between instances. The default update set is a global container for changes not captured in a named update set. It is not intended for moving customizations between instances. Developers should always create and use their own named update sets. Question 86. You are asked to create an option in the service catalog which will allow a user to click Get Help and describe the issue they are having. These forms should create incident records, which are automatically routed to the service desk. Which method would you use? Option A. Create catalog item. Option B. Create order guide. Option C. Create content item. Option D. Create record producer. The correct answer is option D. Create record producer. A record producer is a type of catalog item that, when submitted, creates a record in a table other than the standard request tables, such as the incident table. It is ideal for creating user-friendly forms for task creation. Question 87. Which one of the following statements best describes the purpose of an update set? Option A. An update set is a group of users who are allowed to make system changes. Option B. An update set allows administrators to group a series of changes into a named set and then move the set as a unit to other systems. Option C. An update set is a backup of the system's configuration. Option D. An update set is a scheduled job that applies patches and upgrades. The correct answer is option B. An update set allows administrators to group a series of changes into a named set and then move the set as a unit to other systems. An update set is a container for capturing customizations and configuration changes. It allows these changes to be easily moved from one instance, like development, to another, like testing or production. Question 88. Which two ServiceNow products can be used to discover and populate the configuration management database? Discovery, Integration Hub ETL, Service Mapping, Performance Analytics. Option A, Cloud Management. Option B, Agent Workspace. Option C, Software Asset Management. Option D, Event Management. The correct answer is option A, Cloud Management. Discovery actively scans the network to find devices and applications and populate the configuration management database. Integration Hub Extract Transform Load, or ETL, provides a guided interface to import data from third-party sources into the CMDB. Question 89. On a filter condition, which component is always a choice list? Option A, Field. Option B, Value. Option C, Operator. Option D, Boolean. The correct answer is option C, Operator. The operator component of a filter condition, which determines the comparison to be made, e.g., is not, contains, is always presented as a choice list of available options. Question 90. What catalog tool would you use to create a catalog item or record producer? Option A, Catalog Builder. Option B, Item Designer. Option C, Form Designer. Option D, Flow Designer. The correct answer is option A, Catalog Builder. Catalog Builder provides a guided, non-technical experience for creating or editing catalog items and record producers, making it easier for process owners to manage their own catalog content. Question 91. A role is defined as what? Option A, a collection of users. Option B, a record on the user table. Option C, a collection of permissions. Option D, a type of group. The correct answer is option C, a collection of permissions. A role is a record that represents a collection of permissions. Users are granted roles, typically by being added to a group that has the role, which then gives them access to specific applications and modules. Question 92. Which of the following allows a user to edit field values in a list without opening the form? Option A, Data Editor. Option B, List Editor. Option C, Form Editor. Option D, Grid Editor. The correct answer is option B, List Editor. The List Editor allows users with the appropriate permissions to edit field values directly in a list view by double-clicking a cell, which is much faster than opening each individual record's form. Question 93. Reports can be created from which two different places in the platform? List column heading, View then Run module, Dashboard, Service Portal page. Option A, Home page. Option B, User menu. Option C, Form. Option D, Related list. The correct answer is option A, Home page. Reports can be created directly from a list by right-clicking a column heading and choosing a chart type like bar chart or pie chart. The primary way to create and manage reports is through the Reports then View then Run module. Question 94. On a form, which type of field has an icon which can be clicked to see a preview of the associated record? Option A, String. Option B, Choice. Option C, Reference. Option D, Date and time. The correct answer is option C, Reference. A reference field stores a link to a record on another table. It displays a reference icon next to the field, which can be clicked to show a read-only preview of the referenced record in a pop-up window. Question 95. Which tool graphically displays an infrastructure view for a configuration item and its relationship with other configuration items? Option A, Schema Map. Option B, Dependency View. Option C, Service Map. Option D, Process Flow Formatter. The correct answer is option B, Dependency View. The Dependency View, or CI map, provides a graphical representation of a configuration item and all other C as it is related to, both upstream and downstream. Question 96. What ServiceNow feature can be triggered by events, and is used to inform users about activities or updates in ServiceNow? Option A, Alerts. Option B, messages. Option C, notifications. Option D, announcements. The correct answer is option C, notifications. Notifications are used to automatically inform users about events that have occurred, such as an incident being assigned to them or an approval being requested. They can be delivered via email, SMS, or push notification. Question 97. Which table stores the task service level agreement records for the service level agreements attached to particular tasks? Option A, SLA. Option B, task_SLA. Option C, SLA_definition. Option D, contract_SLA. The correct answer is option B, task_SLA. When a service level agreement is attached to a task, a record is created in the task SLA, task_SLA, table to track the progress and status of that specific SLA against that specific task. Question 98. To apply a user interface policy to all views, which field should be set to true in its definition record? Option A, global. Option B, apply to all views. Option C, master. Option D, default. The correct answer is option A, global. When the global checkbox is selected on a user interface policy record, the policy will apply to all views of the form. If it is unchecked, you can specify particular views in the view name field. Question 99. Which ServiceNow capability provides assistance to help users obtain information, make decisions, and perform common work tasks via a messaging interface? Option A, Agent Workspace. Option B, Live Feed. Option C, Connect Support. Option D, Virtual Agent. The correct answer is option D, Virtual Agent. Virtual Agent is ServiceNow's conversational bot platform. It provides automated assistance through a messaging interface to help users with common tasks, answer questions, and fulfill requests. Question 100. How do you define sys_ID in ServiceNow? Option A, a user-defined unique identifier for a record. Option B, a unique 32-character identifier that is assigned to every table record. Option C, a sequential number assigned to each task record. Option D, a system property that identifies the instance. The correct answer is option B, a unique 32-character identifier that is assigned to every table record. The sys_ID, or system ID, is a 32-character globally unique ID that the system generates and assigns to every record created in any table. It serves as the unique primary key for the record. Question 101. When creating a new notification, what three things must you define? Who receives the notification, under what conditions is the notification sent, what the content of the notification is, the trigger event, the recipient role, the message priority, the source table, the approval group. Option A, the delivery method. Option B, the subject line. Option C, the recipient. Option D, the active status. The correct answer is option A, the delivery method. To configure a notification, you must define when to send, the conditions, who will receive, the recipients, and what it will contain, the subject and message body. Question 102. Which two types of scripts run on the client side? Option A, user interface policies and client scripts. Option B, business rules and script includes. Option C, transform maps and scheduled jobs. Option D, access controls and data policies. The correct answer is option A, user interface policies and client scripts. Client scripts and user interface policies both execute their logic in the user's web browser or on the client side. This allows them to make real-time changes to the form's appearance and behavior without needing to communicate with the server. Question 103. What do you click when you have made modifications to your report, and you want to see the results without saving? Option A, refresh. Option B, run. Option C, update. Option D, preview. The correct answer is option B, run. In the Report Designer, clicking the Run button will refresh the report display with your latest configuration changes. This allows you to see the results before you decide to save the report. Question 104. Which statement is true about business rules? Option A. A business rule must be a piece of JavaScript. Option B. A business rule can be a piece of JavaScript. Option C. A business rule runs on the client side. Option D. A business rule cannot be triggered by a query. The correct answer is option B. A business rule can be a piece of JavaScript. While many business rules contain JavaScript to perform complex actions, they can also be configured to perform actions like setting field values or showing a message without requiring any scripting. Question 105. If a knowledge base has no access details specified, what users are able to read articles in that knowledge base? Option A. Only administrators. Option B. Only users with the knowledge role. Option C. Any active user. Option D. No users. The correct answer is option C. Any active user. If no user criteria records are attached to the can read or cannot read lists of a knowledge base, then by default any active, logged-in user can read the articles within it. Question 106. On the reports page, what 4 sections allow you to see which reports are visible to different audiences? Mine, Group, Global, All, Created by Me, Shared with Me, All Reports, Public, Personal, Team, Department, Company. Option A. Private. Option B. Group. Option C. Public. Option D. System. The correct answer is option A. Private. The reports homepage organizes reports into sections based on who created them and who they are shared with. The standard sections are Mine, Group, Global, and All. Question 107. Where can we create service-level agreements, operational-level agreements and underpinning contracts? Option A. Service-level management. Option B. Contract management. Option C. Service portfolio management. Option D. Agreement management. The correct answer is option A. Service-level management. The Service-Level Management, or SLM, application is used to define and monitor service-level agreements, operational-level agreements, and underpin pending contracts to ensure that service commitments are being met. Question 108. Which section of the ServiceNow user interface allows you to perform a global search? Option A. Application Navigator. Option B. Content Frame. Option C. Banner Frame. Option D. User Menu. The correct answer is option C. Banner Frame. The banner frame at the top of the user interface contains the global search bar, which allows you to search for records across multiple tables simultaneously. Question 109. The report designer contains different sections for configuring your report. Which section is used to specify the name of the report and the table or data source for the report? Option A. Configure. Option B. Style. Option C. Type. Option D. Data. The correct answer is option D. Data. The Data section of the report designer is where you define the fundamental aspects of the report, including the report name and the source type, which can be a table or a data source. Question 110. A colleague wants to rearrange the columns on their My Work list. Once the user has navigated to the list, where should they navigate to select and arrange the columns? Option A. Click Personalize List. Option B. Click the gear icon. Option C. Right-click the header and choose List Layout. Option D. Click the funnel icon. The correct answer is option A. Click Personalize List. To personalize the columns in a list, a user can click the column context menu, the 3 dots, and select Configure, then Personalize List. This allows them to add, remove, and reorder columns for their view. Question 111. How is a user defined in ServiceNow? Option A. A user is a record stored in the user_user table. Option B. A user is defined by their role assignments. Option C. A user is an entry in the lightweight directory access protocol directory. Option D. A user is a member of at least one group. The correct answer is option A. A user is a record stored in the user sys_user table. In ServiceNow, a user is fundamentally a record in the user table, whose system name is sys_user. This record stores all information about the individual, such as their name, email, and department. Question 112. When impersonating a user for testing purposes, what is the best way to return to your account? Option A. Log out and log back in. Option B. End impersonation. Option C. Clear your browser cache. Option D. Close the browser tab. The correct answer is option B. End impersonation. After impersonating a user, the user menu will show the impersonated user's name with an option to end impersonation. Clicking this is the correct and quickest way to revert back to your own user account. Question 113. As it relates to ServiceNow reporting, which of the following statements describes what a metric can do? Option A. A metric can create a new table for reporting. Option B. A metric is used to measure and evaluate the effectiveness of information technology service management processes. Option C. A metric can join two tables for a report. Option D. A metric can schedule a report to be sent via email. The correct answer is option B. A metric is used to measure and evaluate the effectiveness of information technology service management processes. A metric is a tool used to capture and measure data over time. For example, it can be used to track how long an incident remains in a particular state or assigned to a specific group, which helps evaluate process effectiveness. Question 114. Which one of the following statements is a recommendation from ServiceNow about update sets? Option A. Always use the default update set for minor changes. Option B. Merge all update sets into one before moving to production. Option C. Avoid using the default update set as an update set for moving customizations from instance to instance. Option D. Delete an update set once it has been committed. The correct answer is option C. Avoid using the default update set as an update set for moving customizations from instance to instance. ServiceNow best practice is to always use named update sets to move customizations between instances. The default update set should not be used for this purpose, as it is a global catch-all and not suitable for controlled deployments. Question 115. Which one of the following is not a type of visual task board? Option A. Guided. Option B. Flexible. Option C. Freeform. Option D. Feature. The correct answer is option D. Feature. The three types of visual task boards are freeform, guided, and flexible. Feature is not a valid visual task board type. Question 116. How many knowledge bases can a knowledge article be associated with? Option A. Unlimited. Option B. Only one. Option C. Up to 3. Option D. As many as there are categories. The correct answer is option B. Only one. A knowledge article can only belong to one knowledge base at a time. To have the same content in multiple bases, it would need to be created as a separate article in each one. Question 117. While showing a customer their incident form, they asked to change the priority values to display their internal terminology P1, P2, P3, P4. They wanted to be consistent across all tasks. How would you do that? By right-clicking on priority and selecting what? Option A. Configure choices. Option B. Configure dictionary. Option C. Show choice list. Option D. Configure label. The correct answer is option C. Show choice list. To modify the labels for a choice field that is used across multiple tables, like the priority field on the task table, you should right-click the field, select Show Choice List, and then you can edit the labels for each choice value. Question 118. As an information technology employee, what interface would you use if you wanted to browse internal information technology documentation, like troubleshooting scripts and frequently asked questions? Option A. Service Portal. Option B. Service Catalog. Option C. Knowledge Base. Option D. Agent Workspace. The correct answer is option C. Knowledge Base. The knowledge base is the central repository for an organization's information and documentation. It is the appropriate place for an employee to look for internal resources like troubleshooting guides and FAQs. Question 119. Other than an update set, how else can you move data to another instance in an easy way? Option A, extensible markup language. Option B, comma-separated values. Option C, JavaScript object notation. Option D, hypertext markup language. The correct answer is option A, extensible markup language. Records can be exported from a list as extensible markup language or XML. This XML file can then be imported into another instance, which is a common way to move specific data records between instances. Question 120. What type of user, or persona, has clearly defined paths and workflows in the platform and has one or more roles such as Information Technology Infrastructure Library and Approver _ user? Option A, System Administrator. Option B, Requester. Option C, Fulfiller. Option D, Process User. The correct answer is option D, Process User. A process user is a persona that has a specific job function within the platform. They have defined workflows and access to certain applications based on the roles they hold, like the Information Technology Infrastructure Library or ITIL role. Question 121. On the knowledge base record, which tab would you use to define which users are not able to write articles to the knowledge base? Option A, cannot read. Option B, cannot contribute. Option C, can contribute. Option D, write access. The correct answer is option B, cannot contribute. The cannot contribute related list on a knowledge base record uses user criteria records to explicitly deny contribution access to specific users or groups, even if they have the knowledge role. Question 122. Which of the following are the four types of client scripts supported in ServiceNow? OnLoad, OnUpdate, OnQuery, OnSave, OnChange, OnCellEdit, OnSubmit, OnLoad, OnDisplay, OnInsert, OnDelete, OnQuery. Option A, OnView. Option B, OnEdit. Option C, OnSave. Option D, OnCancel. The correct answer is option B, OnEdit. The four main types of client scripts are OnLoad, which runs when a form is loaded, OnChange, which runs when a specific field's value changes, OnSubmit, which runs when a form is submitted, and OnCellEdit, which runs when a cell in a list changes. Question 123. Which one of the following statements is true about column context menus? It provides options to configure the form layout. It is accessible by right-clicking the form header. Option A. It displays actions such as creating quick reports. Option B, configuring the list. Option C, and exporting data. Option D, it only contains options for sorting the list. The correct answer is option C, and exporting data. The column context menu, accessed by clicking the menu icon on a column header, provides various actions related to the list and its columns, such as sorting, grouping, creating reports, and configuring the list layout. Question 124. An information technology user calls the service desk because they can only see self-service on their homepage. What two issues could explain this? Their user account does not have Information Technology Infrastructure Library role. Their user account does not belong to any groups, which contain the Information Technology Infrastructure Library role. Their user account is locked out, their browser cache needs to be cleared. Option A. Their department is not set correctly. Option B. Their manager is not defined. Option C. The user is not in the correct location. Option D. The instance is undergoing maintenance. The correct answer is option A. Their department is not set correctly. Access to applications and modules in ServiceNow is controlled by roles. If a user can only see self-service content, it's because their user account does not have any fulfiller roles, like the ITIL role, either directly or through group membership. Question 125. A department manager asks an analyst to build some reports. Where do you recommend the analyst start? Option A, dashboards, then create new. Option B, performance analytics then create new. Option C, reports then create new. Option D, metrics then create new. The correct answer is option C, reports then create new. The standard starting point for creating a new report is to navigate to the Reports application and then click the Create New module. This opens the Report Designer interface. Question 126. Which tool is used to define relationships between fields in an import set table and a target table? Option A, Field Mapper. Option B, Data Policy. Option C, Transform Map. Option D, Dictionary Override. The correct answer is option C, Transform Map. A transform map is used during the import process to match the columns from the staging table, source, to the fields in the destination table, target, ensuring the data is placed in the correct fields. Question 127. Your company is giving all first-line workers a special t-shirt. Management wants a way for employees to order the t-shirt. How would you ensure that only first-line workers can submit the order? Option A, use a client script to hide the Submit button for managers. Option B, create an order guide that is only visible to non-managers. Option C, create a catalog item and use user criteria to control its visibility. Option D, create a record producer that routes requests from managers to a different team. The correct answer is option C. Create a catalog item and use user criteria to control its visibility. User criteria is the standard mechanism for controlling access to service catalog items. You would create a user criteria record that defines first-line workers and apply it to the Available For list of the t-shirt catalog item. Question 128. Which banner icon do you use to change your personal system settings, like your instance color scheme? Option A, User Menu. Option B, Global Search. Option C, Gear. Option D, Help. The correct answer is option C, Gear. The gear icon, located in the banner frame, opens the System Settings window. Here, users can personalize their instance by changing the theme, time zone, and other display-related settings. Question 129. In what order are access controls evaluated? Table level, most specific to most general, then field level, most specific to most general, field level, most specific to most general, then table level, most specific to most general, row level, then field level, then table level. Option A, create. Option B, then read. Option C, then write. Option D, then delete. The correct answer is option A, create. The system first evaluates table-level access control rules, starting with the most specific match, e.g., incident.state, and moving to more general ones, incident.star. It then repeats this process for field-level rules. Question 130. Which module is used to access the knowledge bases which are available to a particular non-admin user? Option A, Knowledge then Articles. Option B, System Knowledge then Knowledge Bases. Option C, Self-Service then Knowledge. Option D, Service Desk then Knowledge. The correct answer is option C, Self-Service then Knowledge. The Self-Service then Knowledge module takes a user to the Knowledge Portal homepage, which displays all knowledge bases and articles that they have permission to view. Question 131. Virtual agent capabilities include which three of the following? Performing diagnostics, answering frequently asked questions, providing tutorial or how-to information, resetting passwords, creating incidents, approving changes, translating languages, running reports. Option A, managing users. Option B, scripting. Option C, debugging. Option D, deploying applications. The correct answer is option A, managing users. Virtual Agent is designed to assist users by performing common tasks, such as running diagnostics to troubleshoot an issue, providing answers to frequently asked questions from a knowledge base, and giving step-by-step tutorial information. Question 132. On what part of the ServiceNow instance would you find the option to impersonate user? Option A, the gear icon menu. Option B, the application navigator. Option C, the user menu. Option D, the form context menu. The correct answer is option C, the user menu. The user menu, which is accessed by clicking on your username or avatar in the banner frame, contains the Impersonate User option for administrators. Question 133. On a related list, which three buttons are commonly used for managing the records on the list? Open, Assign, Close, Link, Unlink, Relate, New, Add. Option A, Edit. Option B, Create. Option C, Update. Option D, Delete. The correct answer is option C, Update. On a related list, the New button creates a new record in the related table, the Edit button allows you to add existing records from a list, and the Add button is a legacy term for the same function as Edit. Question 134. On access control definitions, what are the three ways you can set the permissions on a table? Script that sets the answer variable to true or false, conditional expressions, roles, user criteria, group membership, department, business rule, client script. Option A, user interface policy. Option B, U rules. Option C, data policies. Option D, dictionary overrides. The correct answer is option A, user interface policy. Access control rules can grant access based on three main criteria: assigning required roles, building conditional expressions using the condition builder, and writing a script that evaluates to true or false. Question 135. Which is the base table of the configuration management database hierarchy? Option A, CMDB. Option B, CMDB_CI. Option C, CMDB_rel_CI. Option D, task. The correct answer is option A, CMDB. The CMDB table is the ultimate base table in the configuration management database table hierarchy. All other CMDB tables, including CMDB_CI, extend from it. Question 136. Access control rules may be defined with which three of the following permission requirements: scripts, roles, conditional expressions, groups, users, departments, applications, modules. Option A, tables. Option B, forms. Option C, views. Option D, lists. The correct answer is option A, tables. An access control rule grants permission if the user meets the criteria defined in the roles list, the conditional expressions, and the script. The user must pass all three evaluations to be granted access. Question 137. The display sequence is controlled in a service catalog item using which of the following? Option A, the order field in the variable form. Option B, the sequence field on the catalog item form. Option C, the layout field on the category record. Option D, the item priority field. The correct answer is option A, the order field in the variable form. Within a catalog item, the display order of the variables on the form is controlled by the order field on each individual variable record. A lower number appears higher on the form. Question 138. Which feature ensures data consistency while importing data using import sets and web services? Option A, data policy. Option B, transform script. Option C, business rule. Option D, dictionary override. The correct answer is option A, data policy. A data policy is a rule that enforces data consistency by setting fields as mandatory or read-only. It applies to all data entered into the system, including through imports and web service integrations. Question 139. Work and admins check which release is running on a ServiceNow instance. Option A, system diagnostics then upgrade history. Option B, system properties then about. Option C, system definition then my instance. Option D, stats module. The correct answer is option D, stats module. An administrator can find the current release version and patch level for their instance by navigating to the Stats module under System Diagnostics. This displays a page with various instance statistics, including the build name. Question 140. Which feature allows the creation of a task-based record from the service catalog? Option A, order guides. Option B, record producers. Option C, content items. Option D, catalog items. The correct answer is option B, record producers. Record producers provide a user-friendly interface in the service catalog for creating records and other tables, most commonly task-based tables like incident, problem, or change. Question 141. What role can edit access control lists? Option A, access_control_admin. Option B, admin. Option C, security_admin. Option D, ACL_editor. The correct answer is option C, security_admin. The security_admin role is a special, elevated privilege role that is required to create or modify access control rules. This prevents administrators from inadvertently changing security settings. Question 142. What type of query allows you to filter list data using normal words, instead of the condition builder? Option A, easy query. Option B, natural language query. Option C, fuzzy query. Option D, text search. The correct answer is option B, natural language query. Natural language query allows users to filter a list by typing a phrase, such as high priority incidents, into the list search field, instead of manually building the filter conditions. Question 143. Which technique is used to get information from a series of referenced fields from different tables? Option A, dot walking. Option B, data chaining. Option C, field linking. Option D, reference hopping. The correct answer is option A, dot walking. Dot walking is the process of accessing fields on related tables by using a dot to connect the reference fields in a chain, such as incident.assigned_ to .manager. Question 144. To retrieve an update set from a remote instance, in the production instance, you navigate to what module? Option A, System Update Sets then Update Sources. Option B, System Update Sets then Retrieved Update Sets. Option C, System Update Sets then Remote Instances. Option D, System Clone then Update Sources. The correct answer is option A, System Update Sets then Update Sources. To pull a completed update set from a source instance, like development, to a target instance, like production, you first navigate to System Update Sets then Update Sources to define the remote instance, and then you can retrieve the completed sets. Question 145. What are two best practices regarding users, groups, and roles? You should add users to groups, you should assign roles to groups, you should assign roles directly to users, you should add users to multiple specific groups. Option A. You should create groups for each department. Option B. You should assign one role per group. Option C. You should assign users to groups. Option D. You should create roles for each user. The correct answer is option A. You should create groups for each department. The recommended best practice is to assign roles to groups, and then add users to the appropriate groups. This makes role management much more efficient and scalable than assigning roles directly to individual users. Question 146. Categories in the knowledge base, by default, can be created and edited by which two knowledge workers? Knowledge managers, knowledge contributors, knowledge admins, knowledge users. Option A, knowledge editors. Option B, knowledge owners. Option C, knowledge publishers. Option D, knowledge approvers. The correct answer is option A, knowledge editors. By default, users with the knowledge_manager role or any user who has been granted contribute access to a knowledge base can create and edit categories within that knowledge base. Question 147. What is a service level agreement? Option A. A record that defines a set amount of time for a task to reach a certain condition. Option B. A contract between a service provider and a customer. Option C. A tool for measuring customer satisfaction. Option D. A report on service desk performance. The correct answer is option A, a record that defines a set amount of time for a task to reach a certain condition. A service level agreement, or SLA, defines a time-based commitment for a service. In ServiceNow, an SLA record tracks the time it takes for a task to meet specific conditions, such as an incident being resolved. Question 148. When creating a global custom table named ABC, what is the table name that is automatically assigned by the platform? Option A U_ABC, Option B ABC, Option C C_ABC, Option D X_ABC. The correct answer is option A, U_ABC. When a custom table is created in the global scope, the platform automatically prepends U_ to the table label to create the unique table name in the database. U stands for user created. Question 149. What resource can you use to view details of the tables and configuration items associated with a particular use case? Option A, the ServiceNow Wiki. Option B, the Common Service Data Model Product View. Option C, the System Dictionary. Option D, the Schema Map. The correct answer is option B, the Common Service Data Model Product View. The Common Service Data Model, or CSDM, product view provides guidance and details on which tables and configuration item classes are associated with specific ServiceNow products and use cases. Question 150. What are the steps for importing data using an import set? Option A, load the data, create transform map, transform data, clean up import table. Option B, define data source, run import, coalesce data, validate. Option C, create target table, map fields, preview data, commit. Option D, select spreadsheet, parse data, run business rules, finalize. The correct answer is option A, load the data, create transform map, transform data, clean up import table. The standard process for using an import set is to first load the data into a staging table, then create a transform map to define field mappings, then run the transform to move the data to the target table, and finally clean up the staging table. Question 151. What is a no-code approach to control the mandatory or read-only state of a form field? Option A, business rule. Option B, client script. Option C, user interface policy. Option D, data policy. The correct answer is option C, user interface policy. A user interface policy is a rule that runs on the client side to dynamically change the visibility, mandatory status, and read-only status of fields on a form without requiring any scripting. Question 152. Which four of the following are not included in an update set, by default? Scheduled jobs, new configuration items, data, new users and groups, business rules, client scripts, forms, views, tables, fields, roles, applications. Option A, workflows. Option B, notifications. Option C, reports. Option D, dashboards. The correct answer is option A, workflows. Update sets are designed to capture configuration changes, not data. Therefore, records in data tables like user, group, incident, and configuration item, as well as scheduled jobs, are not captured by default. Question 153. Which tool is used for creating dependencies between configuration items in the Configuration Management database? Option A, Configuration Item Class Manager. Option B, Dependency Map. Option C, Relationship Editor. Option D, Business Service Map. The correct answer is option A, Configuration Item Class Manager. The Configuration Item Class Manager provides a centralized place to explore the CMDB class hierarchy, and it includes tools like the Suggested Relationships Editor to create default dependency relationships between different CI classes. Question 154. On a filter condition, there is an element which is based on the table, the user access rights, and columns on the table. What is this element called? Option A, operator. Option B, value. Option C, field. Option D, condition. The correct answer is option C, field. The field element of a filter condition is a choice list of all the fields, columns, on the selected table that the current user has permission to read. Question 155. Which testing framework is used to test ServiceNow applications? Option A, Jasmine. Option B, Automated Test Framework. Option C, Selenium. Option D, JUnit. The correct answer is option B, Automated Test Framework. The Automated Test Framework, or ATF, is ServiceNow's built-in framework for creating and running automated tests to confirm that your applications and customizations are working correctly after a change or upgrade. Question 156. Tables may be set up with many-to-many relationships. What is a classic example of a scenario where the tables would have many-to-many relationships? A user can have multiple incidents, but an incident has only one user. A computer can have multiple software packages, and a software package can be on multiple computers. Option A. A department can have many users. Option B. But a user can only be in one department. Option C. A request can have many requested items. Option D. But a requested item belongs to only one request. The correct answer is option B, but a user can only be in one department. The relationship between software and hardware is a classic many-to-many example. One computer can have many pieces of software installed, and one piece of software can be installed on many different computers. Question 157. On access control definitions, what are the three ways you can set the permissions on a table? Roles, conditional expressions, script that sets the answer variable to true or false, user criteria, group membership, department, business rule, client script. Option A, user interface policy. Option B, U rules. Option C, data policies. Option D, dictionary overrides. The correct answer is option A, user interface policy. Access control rules can grant access based on three main criteria: assigning required roles, building conditional expressions using the condition builder, and writing a script that evaluates to true or false. Question 158. What is a schema map? A schema map displays the details of tables and their relationships in a visual manner. Option A, allowing administrators to view and easily access different parts of the database schema. Option B, a schema map is a tool for creating new tables in the database. Option C, a schema map shows the flow of a business process. Option D, a schema map is a report on database performance and table sizes. The correct answer is option A, allowing administrators to view and easily access different parts of the database schema. The schema map provides a graphical interface that displays the relationships between tables, showing parent-child extensions and reference table connections. Question 159. What module do you use to access the reports that are available to you? Option A, reports then view then run. Option B, reports then dashboard. Option C, reports then my reports. Option D, reports then published. The correct answer is option A, reports then view then run. The View Then Run module in the Reports application takes you to the Reports homepage, where you can browse and run all reports that have been shared with you, as well as create new ones. Question 160. When looking at a long list of records, you want to quickly filter to show only those which have a category of hardware. How might you do that? On the list, locate and right-click on the value hardware. Option A, select Show Matching. Option B, use the global search and type, category is hardware. Option C, click the funnel icon and build a new filter condition. Option D, type hardware into the search box at the top of the list. The correct answer is option A, select Show Matching. Right-clicking on a value in a list and selecting Show Matching is a quick and efficient shortcut to filter the list to show only records where that field has that specific value. Question 161. Tables may have a one-to-many relationship. From the service catalog, what are three examples of tables having a one-to-many relationship? one requested item can have many catalog tasks, one request can have many requested items, one requested item can have many approvals, one user can have many groups, one group can have many roles, one role can have many permissions, one vendor can have many products, one product can have many models. Option A. One model can have many assets. Option B. One problem can have many incidents. Option C. One change can have many tasks. Option D. One task can have many approvals. The correct answer is option A. One model can have many assets. In the service catalog process, a single request record can contain multiple requested items. Each requested item can, in turn, generate multiple catalog tasks for fulfillment and can also have multiple approval records associated with it. Question 162. The automated chatting agent available on the service portal is commonly referred to as what? Option A. Connect Chat. Option B. Live Agent. Option C. Virtual Agent. Option D. Support Bot. The correct answer is option C. Virtual Agent. Virtual Agent is the name of ServiceNow's conversational bot platform that can be implemented in Service Portal to provide automated assistance to users. Question 163. What access does a user need to be able to import articles to a knowledge base? Option A. Knowledge_admin. Option B. Contribute access to the knowledge base. Option C. Information Technology Infrastructure Library role. Option D. Import_admin role. The correct answer is option B. Contribute access to the knowledge base. To import articles into a specific knowledge base, a user must have contribute permissions for that knowledge base. This is typically granted via user criteria. Question 164. Where is data stored? Option A. In tables. Option B. In forms. Option C. In fields. Option D. In lists. The correct answer is option A. In tables. The fundamental container for data in ServiceNow is a table. A table is organized into rows, which represent records, and columns, which represent fields. Question 165. What is a role in ServiceNow? Option A. A role is a collection of permissions. Option B. A role is one record in the role sys_user_role table. Option C. A role is assigned to a group or user. Option D. A role is a type of user. The correct answer is option B. A role is one record in the role sys_user_role table. A role in ServiceNow is defined as a single record in the role table, which has the system name sys_user_role. This record is then associated with permissions and granted to users or groups. Question 166. What are the steps for applying an update set to an instance? Retrieve, preview, commit, download, import, apply, load, validate. Option A. Promote. Option B. Select. Option C. Review. Option D. Activate. The correct answer is option A. Promote. The process for moving an update set to a target instance is to first retrieve the set from the source instance, then preview it to check for potential conflicts, and finally commit the set to apply the changes. Question 167. How is the event log different from the event registry? The event log contains generated events. The event registry is a table of event definitions. The event log is a report. The event registry is a table. Option A. The event log is for system events. Option B. The event registry is for user-generated events. Option C. The event log stores a history of events. Option D. The event registry schedules future events. The correct answer is option A. The event log is for system events. The event registry, sysevent_register, is a table of defined events that can be triggered in the system. When an event is actually triggered, a record is created in the event log, sysevent. Question 168. Which two modules can you use to create a new table? System definition then tables, system definition then dictionary, tables and columns, tables. Option A. Application menus. Option B. Modules. Option C, Studio. Option D, Guided App Creator. The correct answer is option B, Modules. A new table can be created by navigating directly to the Tables module and clicking New. Alternatively, you can use the Tables and Columns module, which provides a different interface for the same function. Question 169. A new service desk employee in Latin America complains that the create dates and times are incorrect on their incident list. What would you suggest to fix this issue? Option A. Have them use the gear icon to set the employee's time zone. Option B. Advise them to change the time zone settings on their computer. Option C. Submit a request to have the system's default time zone changed. Option D. Tell them that all times are displayed in Greenwich Mean Time. The correct answer is option A. Have them use the gear icon to set the employee's time zone. Each user can set their own time zone in ServiceNow. They can do this by clicking the gear icon in the banner, which opens the System Settings panel where the time zone can be selected. Question 170. What table extends the problem_task table? Option A, Task. Option B, Problem. Option C, Incident. Option D, Change_request. The correct answer is option A, Task. The problem task, problem_task table is an extension of the task table. It inherits all of the fields from the task table and adds fields specific to tasks related to a problem. Question 171. An information technology manager is responsible for the network and hardware assignment groups, which each contain 5 team members. These team members are working on many tasks, but the manager cannot see any tasks on the service desk than My Group's work list. What could explain this? The manager is not a member of the groups. Option A. The My Group's work module shows only unassigned tasks. Option B. The manager does not have the information technology infrastructure library role. Option C. The tasks are assigned directly to the team members. Option D. Not the group. The correct answer is option B. The manager does not have the information technology infrastructure library role. The My Group's work list is specifically designed to show active tasks that are assigned to one of the user's groups but are not yet assigned to an individual member of that group. Question 172. Access control rules are applied to a specific table, like the incident table. What is the object name for a rule that is specific to the incident table and the major incident field? Option A, incident.major_incident. Option B, incident. Option C, incident.star. Option D, major_incident. The correct answer is option A, incident.major_incident. The naming convention for an access control rule on a specific field is tablename.fieldName. Therefore, a rule for the major incident field on the incident table would be named incident.major_incident. Question 173. Which type of ServiceNow script runs on the web browser? Option A, client script. Option B, business rule. Option C, script include. Option D, transform script. The correct answer is option A, client script. Client scripts are executed on the client side, which means they run in the user's web browser. They are used to manage the behavior of forms, fields, and lists in real time. Question 174. What is common between configuration items, users, and groups? Option A. They are all stored in tables that extend the task table. Option B. Any changes to these are not captured in an update set. Option C. They all must be associated with a department. Option D. They are all considered configuration data. The correct answer is option B. Any changes to these are not captured in an update set. Users, groups, and configuration items are all considered data records, not configuration records. Therefore, changes to them are not captured in update sets, which are designed to move configuration between instances. Question 175. Which module would you use to create a new automation of business logic such as approvals, tasks, and notifications? Option A, system definition then business rules. Option B, workflow then workflow editor. Option C, process automation then flow designer. Option D, system policy then events then script actions. The correct answer is option C, process automation then flow designer. Flow Designer, found under the Process Automation application, is the modern, low-code interface for creating and managing automated processes that can include approvals, tasks, notifications, and integrations. Question 176. From the user menu, which 3 actions can a user select? Elevate role, log out, impersonate user, change password, view profile, edit preferences, switch theme, set time zone. Option A, configure notifications. Option B, create favorite. Option C, view history. Option D, access help. The correct answer is option A, configure notifications. The user menu, accessed by clicking your name in the banner, contains options to view your profile, as well as actions like impersonate user, for admins, elevate roles, for admins, and log out. Question 177. When working on a form, what is the difference between insert and update operations? Insert saves the changes to the current record and exits the form, while update creates a new record and stays on the form. Insert creates a new record and exits the form, while update saves changes to the current record and exits the form. Option A, insert creates a new record and stays on the form. Option B, while update saves changes to the current record and exits the form. Option C, insert and update both save changes to the current record. Option D, but update validates the data first. The correct answer is option B, while update saves changes to the current record and exits the form. On a form, update saves the modifications made to the existing record. Insert creates a brand new record with the information from the form, leaving the original record unchanged. Question 178. Which best describes a field in a ServiceNow table? Option A. A field is one row in a table. Option B. A field is one column in a table. Option C. A field is a collection of records. Option D. A field is another name for a table. The correct answer is option B. A field is one column in a table. In a table structure, a field is equivalent to a column. It represents a specific piece of data that is stored for each record in the table. For example, priority is a field in the incident table. Question 179. Access control rules may provide access security for which of the following database objects? For a specific table, row, or column, for a specific user, group, or role, for a specific form, view. Option A, or list. Option B, for a specific application. Option C, module. Option D, or menu. The correct answer is option A, or list. Access control rules are used to secure the data in the database. They can be configured to control access to an entire table, specific rows within a table, records, or specific columns in a table, fields. Question 180. How are products and services in the service catalog organized? Option A, by tags and keywords. Option B, by categories and subcategories. Option C, by order guides and record producers. Option D, by user criteria and entitlements. The correct answer is option B, by categories and subcategories. The service catalog uses a hierarchical structure of categories and subcategories to organize catalog items into logical groupings, making it easier for users to browse and find the products and services they need. Question 181. The customer has asked that you change the default layout of the task list. They would like a specific set and order of columns. How would you do this? Go to System User Interface, then Views, and modify the task view. Option A. Right-click on any column header. Option B. Context menu, then Configure, then List layout. Option C. Go to System Definition, then Tables, and modify the task table record. Option D. Impersonate an end user and use the Personalize List feature. The correct answer is option B. Context menu, then Configure, then List layout. To change the default list layout for all users, an administrator can right-click any column header, navigate to Configure, and then select List Layout. This opens an interface for adding, removing, and reordering columns. Question 182. How would you define an access control to allow a user with the Information Technology Infrastructure Library role to have permission to create incident records? Option A, name, incident.none, operation, create, role, Information Technology Infrastructure Library. Option B, name, incident, operation, write, role, ITIL_user. Option C, name, task, operation, new, role, Information Technology Infrastructure Library. Option D, name, incident.create, operation, execute, role, ITIL. The correct answer is option A, name, incident.none, operation, create, role, Information Technology Infrastructure Library. To control the creation of records on a table, you define a table level, create, operation access control. The name would be incident.none, the operation is create, and you would specify the required ITIL role. Question 183. How would you define an access control to allow a user with the Information Technology Infrastructure Library role to have permission to create incident records? Option A, name, incident, operation, write, role, ITIL_user. Option B, name, task, operation, new, role, Information Technology Infrastructure Library. Option C, name, incident.none, operation, create, role, Information Technology Infrastructure Library. Option D, name, incident.create, operation, execute, role, ITIL. The correct answer is option C, name, incident.none, operation, create, role, Information Technology Infrastructure Library. To control the creation of records on a table, you define a table level, create, operation access control. The name would be incident.none, the operation is create, and you would specify the required ITIL role. Question 184. Here is an example of the criteria set for a knowledge base: companies, Acme North America, departments, HR, groups, Acme managers, match all, yes. In this example, what users would have access? Members of the Acme manager group who are also members of HR department and part of Acme North America, any user who is in the Acme manager group or the HR department. Option A, any user who is part of the Acme North America company. Option B, only users who are in all three groups, Acme managers. Option C, HR department. Option D, and Acme North America. The correct answer is option A, any user who is part of the Acme North America company. When the Match All checkbox is selected in a user criteria record, a user must meet all of the specified conditions to be granted access. In this case, they must belong to the specified company, department, and group. Question 185. Which field type displays records from another table? Option A, choice. Option B, string. Option C, reference. Option D, URL. The correct answer is option C, reference. A reference field stores the unique identifier, or sys_ID, of a record from another table, effectively linking the two records. The field displays a user-friendly value from the referenced record. Question 186. Security rules are defined to restrict the permissions of users from viewing and interacting with data. What are these security rules called? Option A, data policies. Option B, user interface policies. Option C, business rules. Option D, access control rules. The correct answer is option D, access control rules. Access control rules, also known as access control lists or ACLS, are the fundamental security rules that control what data users can access and what operations they can perform on that data. Question 187. How would you navigate to the schema map for a table? Option A, system definition then tables, select table, go to related links and click show schema map. Option B, system definition then dictionary, select a record, click the show schema map button. Option C, system definition then relationships, select a relationship, click view schema map. Option D, System Diagnostics then Database Schema, select Table. The correct answer is option A, System Definition then Tables, select Table, go to Related Links and click Show Schema Map. To view the schema map for a specific table, you first navigate to the table's record in System Definition then Tables. From there, the Show Schema Map link is available in the Related Links section. Question 188. What two types of entities can receive task assignments in ServiceNow? Roles, departments, groups, users. Option A, locations. Option B, companies. Option C, teams. Option D, skills. The correct answer is option B, companies. In ServiceNow, a task can be assigned to a specific user or to a group. When assigned to a group, any member of that group can then take ownership of the task. Question 189. What section on a task record would you use to see the most recent update made to a record? Option A, Notes. Option B, Details. Option C, Related Links. Option D, Activity. The correct answer is option D, Activity. The activity stream, or formatter, on a form displays a timestamped history of all changes and updates made to the record, including work notes, comments, and field value changes. Question 190. Groups are stored in what table? Option A, sys_user_group. Option B, sys_group. Option C, u_group. Option D, core_group. The correct answer is option A, sys_user_group. The table that stores group records is named group, and its system name in the database is sys_user_group. Question 191. What is the language used for scripting in ServiceNow? Option A, Java. Option B, Python. Option C, JavaScript. Option D, PowerShell. The correct answer is option C, JavaScript. ServiceNow uses JavaScript for all scripting needs, both on the server side, business rules, script includes, and the client side, client scripts, user interface policies. Question 192. When importing data, what happens to imported rows if no coalesce field is specified? Option A. All rows are treated as new records. No existing records are updated. Option B. The import process fails and an error is generated. Option C. The system attempts to match on the name or display field automatically. Option D. The user is prompted to select a unique key field for each row. The correct answer is option A. All rows are treated as new records. No existing records are updated. If no field is marked to coalesce on during an import, the system has no way to identify existing records to update. Therefore, it will treat every row in the import file as a new record to be created. Question 193. What icon do you use to change the label on a favorite? Option A, gear. Option B, star. Option C, pencil. Option D, tag. The correct answer is option C, pencil. When you are viewing your favorites in the navigator, a pencil icon appears. Clicking this icon allows you to edit the name and color of your favorites. Question 194. What is the path an administrator could take to view the fulfillment stage task list for an order placed by a user? Option A, REQ number greater than RITM number greater than task number. Option B, RITM number greater than task number greater than REQ number. Option C, task number greater than REQ number greater than RITM number. Option D, REQ number greater than task number greater than RITM number. The correct answer is option A, REQ number greater than RITM number greater than task number. The hierarchy for a service catalog order is request, REQ, which contains requested items, RITM, which in turn have catalog tasks, task, for fulfillment. An admin would drill down from the request to the item to the tasks. Question 195. When looking at a long list of records, you want to quickly filter to show only those which have a short description containing email. How might you do that? click the funnel icon, add a condition for short description contains email, and click Run. Click List Magnifier to expand column search on short description. Option A, type *email. Option B, click Enter. Option C, right-click the short description column header and select Group by this field. Option D, type email into the global search bar at the top of the screen. The correct answer is option B, click Enter. The list magnifier icon at the top of a list reveals search boxes for each column. Typing *email into the short description search box is a shortcut for a contains search for the word email. Question 196. Which mobile application is designed to interact with customer support and is not customizable? Option A, Now Mobile. Option B, Mobile Agent. Option C, Now Support. Option D, Mobile Classic. The correct answer is option C, Now Support. The Now Support mobile app is a specific application for ServiceNow customers to manage their support cases and instances with ServiceNow itself. It is not intended for general employee use and is not customizable. Question 197. Which term refers to application menus and modules which you may want to access quickly and often? Option A, History. Option B, Tag. Option C, Favorite. Option D, Bookmark. The correct answer is option C, Favorite. A favorite is a user-created shortcut to a specific list, form, or module in the application navigator. Favorites are marked with a star icon and appear in their own section for quick access. Question 198. A record is added to which table each time a knowledge article is viewed? Option A, Knowledge View, KB_view. Option B, Knowledge Use, KB_use. Option C, Knowledge Click, KB_click. Option D, Knowledge Activity, KB_activity. The correct answer is option B, Knowledge Use, KB_use. The Knowledge Use, KB_use table tracks interactions with knowledge articles. A new record is created in this table when an article is viewed, attached to a task, or marked as helpful. Question 199. What is the sequence of conditions in a service level agreement definition? Start, pause, stop, activate, suspend, deactivate, begin, hold. Option A, end. Option B, trigger. Option C, wait. Option D, complete. The correct answer is option A, end. A service-level agreement definition is configured with three main sets of conditions: start conditions, which determine when the SLA timer begins, pause conditions, which determine when it should be suspended, and stop conditions, which determine when it is completed. Question 200. What service catalog feature do you use to organize catalog items into logical groups? Option A, order guides. Option B, record producers. Option C, categories. Option D, variables. The correct answer is option C, categories. Categories provide a hierarchical structure for organizing catalog items in the service catalog, making it easier for users to browse and locate the items they need. Question 201. On the form header, which element allows you to access form templates? Option A, the paperclip icon. Option B, the three dots icon for more options. Option C, the gear icon. Option D, the context menu. The correct answer is option B, the three dots icon for more options. The More Options menu, represented by three dots on the form header, contains the Toggle Template Bar option, which reveals a bar at the bottom of the form for applying saved templates. Question 202. How would you distinguish between a base class table and a parent class table? Base class tables are always abstract, while parent class tables contain data. Base class tables are not extended from another table, while parent class tables may be extended from another table. Option A, base class tables are in the global scope. Option B, while parent class tables are in a private scope. Option C, base class tables are created by ServiceNow. Option D, while parent class tables are custom. The correct answer is option B, while parent class tables are in a private scope. A base class is a table at the top of a hierarchy that does not extend any other table, e.g., task. A parent class is any table that has been extended by another table, regardless of whether it is also a base class. Question 203. When a custom table is created, which three access control rules are automatically created? Read, write, create, admin override, report on, personalize, write, create, read. Option A, delete. Option B, create. Option C, read. Option D, update. The correct answer is option A, delete. When a new custom table is created, the system automatically generates four default access control rules for the create, read, write, and delete operations to establish baseline security for the table. Question 204. As administrator, what must you do to access features of high security settings? Option A, log out and log back in. Option B, impersonate the security admin user. Option C, select elevate roles. Option D, request access from ServiceNow support. The correct answer is option C, select elevate roles. To access high security settings or modify access control rules, an administrator who has the security_admin role must first manually elevate their privileges for the current session by selecting elevate roles from the user menu. Question 205. The employee onboarding team has asked for a way for managers to order computers, monitors, business cards, and cell phones for new employees. How would you proceed to meet this requirement? Option A, create a record producer. Option B, create an order guide. Option C, create a content item. Option D, create individual catalog items. The correct answer is option B, create an order guide. An order guide is designed for scenarios where a user needs to order multiple related items at once. It presents a single form that can then generate several separate requested items, which is perfect for employee onboarding. Question 206. What will happen if you click Show Matching on the Software category on the incident list? Option A. All incidents with software category will remain visible. Option B. All incidents with hardware category will disappear from the list. Option C. The list will be sorted by the software category. Option D. A new report will be created for incidents in the software category. The correct answer is option A. All incidents with software category will remain visible. The Show Matching option adds a condition to the list filter that includes only records matching the selected value. All other records will be hidden, and only those with the software category will remain. Question 207. Which field on a configuration item record may be used to route incidents to the appropriate group to resolve CI-related incidents quickly? Option A, managed by. Option B, assignment group. Option C, support group. Option D, owned by. The correct answer is option C, support group. The support group field on a configuration item record is specifically intended to hold the group that is responsible for supporting that CI. Business rules can then use this field to automatically assign related incidents to the correct team. Question 208. Which of the following steps can be used to import new data into ServiceNow from a spreadsheet? Load data, create transform map, run transform, select source, map fields, validate, define source, import data. Option A, cleanse. Option B, attach file. Option C, preview data. Option D, commit. The correct answer is option A, cleanse. The standard process for importing data is to first load the data from the source file into an import set staging table, then create a transform map to define field mappings, and finally run the transform to move the data to the target table. Question 209. What type of client script runs when a cell on a list changes value through use of the list editor? Option A, onload open parenthesis close parenthesis. Option B, onchange open parenthesis close parenthesis. Option C, onsubmit open parenthesis close parenthesis. Option D, onsell edit open parenthesis close parenthesis. The correct answer is option D, on-cell edit open parenthesis close parenthesis. An on-cell edit open parenthesis close parenthesis client script is a special type that is triggered only when a user modifies a value in a cell directly within a list view, also known as the list editor. Question 210. What role enables someone to authorize a request, with no other permissions on the platform? Option A, approver_user. Option B, information technology infrastructure library. Option C, requester. Option D, catalog_user. The correct answer is option A, approver_user. The approver_user role provides the minimal access needed for a user to view and approve or reject their assigned approval records, without granting them any other application access. Question 211. What automatically assigns tasks to users or groups? Option A, assignment rules. Option B, business rules. Option C, data policies. Option D, service level agreements. The correct answer is option A, assignment rules. Assignment rules are used to automatically set the value of the assigned to and assignment group fields on a task record based on a set of defined conditions. Question 212. Which tool is used to define relationships between fields in an import set table and a target table? Option A, field mapper. Option B, data policy. Option C, dictionary override. Option D, transform map. The correct answer is option D, transform map. A transform map is used during the import process to match the columns from the staging table, source, to the fields in the destination table, target, ensuring the data is placed in the correct fields. Question 213. Many actions are included with Flow Designer. What are 4 frequently used core actions? Create record, wait for condition, ask for approval, look up record, send email, run script, create task, log message, get catalog variables, create incident, post to Slack, call a subflow. Option A, update record. Option B, delete record. Option C, wait for timer. Option D, get user information. The correct answer is option A, update record. Flow Designer comes with a set of core actions that are used in many flows. Some of the most common include creating a record, looking up an existing record, asking for an approval, and waiting for a certain condition to be met. Question 214. Which component of a table contains a piece of data for one record? Option A, a row. Option B, a column. Option C, a field. Option D, a cell. The correct answer is option C, a field. A field is a single piece of information for a record, corresponding to one column in the table. For example, the priority of a specific incident record is a field. Question 215. Which ServiceNow capability allows you to provide knowledge articles via a conversational messaging interface? Option A, Agent Assist. Option B, Knowledge Portal. Option C, Now Mobile. Option D, Virtual Agent. The correct answer is option D, Virtual Agent. Virtual Agent can be configured with topics that search the knowledge base and present relevant articles to users within the chat interface, helping them find answers to their questions. Question 216. Which script runs when a record is displayed, inserted, updated, deleted, or when a table is queried? Option A, client script. Option B, user interface action. Option C, business rule. Option D, script include. The correct answer is option C, business rule. A business rule is a piece of server-side script that is configured to run when a record is created, displayed, updated, deleted, or when a table is queried. Question 217. What feature do you use to specify which users are able to access a service catalog item? Option A, roles. Option B, access control lists. Option C, user criteria. Option D, assignment rules. The correct answer is option C, user criteria. User criteria records are used to control access to service catalog items and categories. They define a set of conditions based on a user's group, role, department, or other attributes to determine visibility and access. Question 218. When searching using the Application Navigator search field, what four things can be returned? Favorites, names of applications and modules, names of modules, names of applications, users, groups, roles, tables, incidents, problems, changes, requests. Option A, knowledge articles. Option B, catalog items. Option C, reports. Option D, dashboards. The correct answer is option A, knowledge articles. The filter in the Application Navigator is designed to quickly find and navigate to specific applications, modules, or user-defined favorites that match the search term. Question 219. At what three levels can user criteria be used in knowledge management to control who can read and contribute? Knowledge category, knowledge article, knowledge base, knowledge block, knowledge article, knowledge base, knowledge version. Option A, knowledge feedback. Option B, knowledge type. Option C, knowledge group. Option D, knowledge role. The correct answer is option B, knowledge type. In knowledge management, user criteria can be applied to an entire knowledge base, to a specific knowledge article, and even to individual knowledge blocks within an article to control read and contribute permissions. Question 220. Which of the following statements describes how data is organized in a table? Option A. A table is one field and a column is one record. Option B. A record is one field and a row is one column. Option C. A column is one field and a record is one row. Option D. A row is one column and a record is one field. The correct answer is option C. A column is one field and a record is one row. In a database table, a row represents a single record, e.g., one incident, and a column represents a field, which is a specific attribute of that record, e.g., the priority of the incident. Question 221. What is the definition of a group? Option A. A collection of users. Option B. A collection of roles. Option C. A type of role. Option D. A list of permissions. The correct answer is option A. A collection of users. A group is a set of users who share a common purpose. Groups are used to assign permissions via roles and to assign work in the form of tasks. Question 222. You have been asked to create a way for users to order a new iPhone, but only if they get 2 levels of approval. The approvers and users should be automatically notified at each approval level. What feature would you use to manage the approvals and notifications? Option A, workflows. Option B, business rules. Option C, flows. Option D, assignment rules. The correct answer is option C, flows. Flow Designer is the modern tool used to automate multi-step processes like this. You would create a flow that triggers on submission, requests the 2 levels of approval, and sends notifications at each stage. Question 223. What are 2 ways to generate an event? Workflow, business rule, client script, user interface policy. Option A, scheduled job. Option B, inbound email action. Option C, Flow Designer. Option D, user interface action. The correct answer is option A, scheduled job. Events can be generated from server-side scripts. The 2 most common places to do this are in a business rule script or using the create event activity within a workflow. Question 224. A customer has asked for the following updates to a form: make resolution code mandatory when state is changed to resolved, and hide major incident checkbox, unless logged in user has major incident manager role. What type of rule would you use? Option A, user interface policy. Option B, client script. Option C, business rule. Option D, data policy. The correct answer is option A, user interface policy. A user interface policy is the best no-code solution for this requirement. It can be used to set field visibility, mandatory status, and read-only status based on conditions on the form, and it can also check the user's roles. Question 225. In what order are table access control rules processed? Table name, parent table name, any table name meaning wildcard, parent table name, any table name meaning wildcard, any table name meaning wildcard, parent table name. Option A, table name. Option B, any table name meaning wildcard. Option C, table name. Option D, parent table name. The correct answer is option A, table name. The system processes access control rules from the most specific to the most general. It first looks for a rule matching the specific table, e.g., incident, then its parent table, e.g., task, and finally a wildcard rule for any table, e.g., star. Question 226. What setting allows users to view a knowledge base article even if they are not logged in? Option A, the public setting. Option B, the guest access setting. Option C, the external setting. Option D, the anonymous setting. The correct answer is option A, the public setting. When a knowledge article is flagged as public, it becomes accessible to users who are not logged into the ServiceNow instance. This is useful for publicly facing knowledge content. Question 227. User records are stored in which table? Option A, user, sys_user. Option B, person, cmn_person. Option C, user profile, user_profile. Option D, system user, system_user. The correct answer is option A, user, sys_user. All user accounts in ServiceNow are stored as records in the user table, which has the database name sys_user. Question 228. What happens if you select Publish when creating articles manually or by import? Option A. It moves the article to a pending publication state for a manager to approve. Option B. It makes the article immediately visible to users who have access. Option C. It triggers the publish workflow assigned to the knowledge base. Option D. It sends a notification to all users of the knowledge base. The correct answer is option C. It triggers the publish workflow assigned to the knowledge base. Clicking the Publish button initiates the publishing workflow that is associated with that article's knowledge base. The workflow manages any required reviews or approvals before the article becomes visible. Question 229. What is generated from the service catalog once a user places an order for an item or service? Option A, an incident. Option B, a change. Option C, a request. Option D, a task. The correct answer is option C, a request. When a user submits an order from the service catalog, the system generates a request record. This request acts as a container for all the items that were ordered. Question 230. When managing tags, you can adjust who is able to see it. What are the three visibility options? Everyone, me, groups and users, public, private, role-based, visible, hidden. Option A, admin only. Option B, global. Option C, scoped. Option D, personal. The correct answer is option A, admin only. A tag's visibility can be set to me, making it visible only to the user who created it, groups and users, allowing you to specify who can see it, or everyone, making it visible to all users. Question 231. You have heard about a new application released by ServiceNow. You want to try it out. What would be the best way to get hands-on experience with the new application? Request it to be installed in your company's production instance. Option A, read the documentation on the ServiceNow product website. Option B, activate the application plugin. Option C, on your personal dev instance. Option D, ask a colleague who has used it before for a demo. The correct answer is option C, on your personal dev instance. A personal developer instance, or PDI, is a free, full-featured instance for developers to explore and test new features. The best way to get hands-on experience with a new application is to activate its plugin on your PDI. Question 232. A task worker asks how they can monitor any updates occurring to records assigned to him, like responses from customers. What do you suggest on their My Work list? Option A, select the activity stream icon to show a frame with live updates. Option B, tell them to refresh their browser frequently to see changes. Option C, suggest they create a report that shows recently updated tasks. Option D, advise them to check their email for notifications about every update. The correct answer is option A, select the activity stream icon to show a frame with live updates. The activity stream icon, available on lists and forms, opens a flyout panel that provides a real-time stream of updates to the records, allowing the worker to see new comments and changes as they happen. Question 233. The Baseline Service Catalog homepage contains links to which of the following three components: record producers, order guides, and catalog items, reports, dashboards, and performance analytics, knowledge bases, social Q&A, option A, and announcements, option B, incidents, option C, problems, option D, and changes. The correct answer is option A, and announcements. The Service Catalog homepage is designed to give users access to all types of catalog content, which includes individual catalog items, record producers for creating records like incidents, and order guides for requesting multiple related items. Question 234. The Report Designer contains different sections for configuring your report. Which section is used to adjust the look of your report, including colors, titles, and legend layout? Option A, Configure. Option B, Display. Option C, Style. Option D, Format. The correct answer is option C, Style. The Style section of the Report Designer is where you can configure the visual presentation of your report, including chart colors, titles, sizing, and the layout of the legend. Question 235. What creates a new record and keeps the form open? Option A, Insert. Option B, Update. Option C, Save. Option D, Insert and Stay. The correct answer is option D, Insert and Stay. The Insert and Stay user interface action saves the current form's information as a new record in the database, but unlike Insert, it keeps the form open with the newly created record loaded. This is useful for creating multiple similar records. Question 236. Where do you click to always return back to home? Option A, the ServiceNow logo. Option B, the Home module. Option C, the Back button. Option D, the User menu. The correct answer is option A, the ServiceNow logo. Clicking the company logo, which is the ServiceNow logo by default, in the banner frame will always navigate you back to your designated home page. Question 237. Which of the following is not a database setting on the Application Access section of a table? Option A, can read. Option B, can create. Option C, can update. Option D, can write. The correct answer is option D, can write. The application access settings on a table control how other application scopes can interact with it. The options are can read, can create, can update, and can delete. Can write is a general term, not a specific setting. Question 238. For administrators creating new service catalog items, what is a characteristic they should know about service catalog variables? Option A, service catalog variables are specific to one catalog item and cannot be reused. Option B, service catalog variables can be grouped into variable sets for reuse across multiple items. Option C, service catalog variables are global by default. Option D, service catalog variables are limited to 5 per item. The correct answer is option B. Service catalog variables can be grouped into variable sets for reuse across multiple items. Variable sets allow you to create a collection of commonly used variables that can then be added to multiple different catalog items. This promotes consistency and saves time.